it's Erin with two R's, and today we are back to watching the Courtship. So last week we had kind of an upset with who was going home. Like one was an angry upset and one was just really sad. I'm kind of upset that Mr. Safa is not going to be here to cause drama this week, but I think Mr. Castronovo is going to be well in his, his fight, because he has an ego on him. But this week's episode 4, is called Two New Suitors. Like, they literally just introduced 2 new suitors. I don't know what that means. I know there was a network change from NBC to USA, and then with the 2 new suitors, I don't know if that means it's going to extend the run, or if like 4 people will go home one day. It's so weird. Okay, so 2 new suitors. Let's see what's going to go on. So the first thing that they have to do is greet the new suitors and introduce themselves, and literally my face was about one of the suitors, Dr. Hatem and Mr. Judge. Dr. Hatem is from Northern Ireland and Mr. Judge is from Michigan. But anyway, today's festivities are going to be a county fair, and of course, her mom, Miss Rémy's mom, said that I'm just looking forward to seeing the 2 new suitors insert themselves, and that was full. So there's a kissing booth. I hope you're all clean. Like, oh, and Captain Kim just missed out on his chance. Like, and gosh, this other guy, if he didn't move, okay, I was about to be like, if he don't move his hand, so they have to hit the hammer, the nail on the head with the hammer. And if they do that, then they get a chance to kiss Nicole in the kissing booth. 4th suitor, and they're just going at it. And I'm just like, works the emergency room in Northern Ireland. And I was just like, yep, pick him. No, nothing. And another guy was just like, yeah, I established my business. Now I'm ready to see the world. Yeah, I don't know. I'm with the suitors right now. I'm not too hot on these new guys. Here at they have the country fair, they've had some time to get to know the suitors a little bit more, like she gets to make the rounds and stuff. But Mr. Shanklin sings all the time. It's annoying. Like, you can't just sing at everybody all the time. And he just needs to say some words. She doesn't seem like she's into that. And he tried to kiss her, and she's like, oh, let's take it slow. Have a slow? What you mean slow? You just kissed all of them at the kissing booth. Hey, you want to take it slow? Now you want to take it slow? I'll see y'all at the dance thing, because I'm going to have to get up and walk around and let out some energy, because take it slow. We came on the courtship to take it slow. So she's spending some time with Mr. Cones. I'm sorry, I'm taking off my stuff. Sorry. Ooh. She's spending time with Mr. Cones, and she was like, do you even like black girls? Like, I mean, especially the thing with Mr. Safa. Like, he was like, I like dirty blondes. Well, you want natural dirty blondes, or you want the people who dyed their hair dirty blonde? But let's talk about who actually is dirty blonde naturally. Like, it ain't this. So so she asked, and he was just like, and he's like, yeah, of course I've dated black girls. Like, what are you talking about? And she was like, yeah, nobody wanted to date me. I was not at a school was diverse, and she said the black guys wanted to date white girls, the mixed guys wanted to date white girls, and the white guys would not even consider black girls. I was like, damn, that's still happening in the 2000s. And so he was just like, I grew up poor. I had a lot of struggles in my life, but none of it was because of the color of my skin. And I'm really sorry that this is something that you had to deal with. And like, we as people have to do better. And I was just like, Mr. Combs has moved up. So I'm going to go ahead and make my prediction that she's really into Mr. Combs, because I don't actually see a better match. Like, as much as I want Captain Kim to have like the chance, and some of the other guys are kind of probably cool people, but this is who I'm thinking she's leaning toward. And if he leaves early, then the show is fake. I'm already being mean. I'm like, I'm already, the show is fake. I hate it. Blah. I guess it's just gonna get tougher to deal with this dance card from here on out. Mr. Shanklin, Mr. Castronovo, Mr. Bokikio, and Captain Kim are on the dance card. This is Captain Kim's third time on the dance card. This is Mr. Castronovo's second time, I think, and then Mr. Shanklin's second time. Mr. Bokikio, it is his very first time. And I think he's on the dance card because somebody like him suits me, I guess, because he said, I'm here to make a connection that grows into love, like long-lasting love. And on these shows, people are more interested in, I don't know, I think just falling in love fast. Because I guess people equate love at first sight and falling in love fast with stronger connection. And I don't think it's a time thing. I think for some people it does take longer. And for others, it's, for others, it's just like, no, I have to connect with you first and then we can move forward. And I guess if you're not honest about that, it feels like you friend zoned somebody. Immediately, the parents were like, well, we want somebody for her that's going to love her. When she, and her hair is gray and she's wrinkled and he has no hair, like that's the kind of connection we want. And I was like, okay, this is why these shows are like this, because they believe that fast connections, those butterflies, are more important than anything else. Bokikio told her again, he was like, hey, I do like you. Shanklin, our resident singer, says, and she was like, I think it was just too hard, too fast. And I think what people don't get is like, artists are very in their fields. And so the way they express how they feel is to do that art for them, for the person that they like, or to dedicate something. So he wrote some songs for her and he sang to her and he was like, that's just how I show I love somebody. And he was like, so if you let me go, it's going to be a mistake, but I'll still love you. And she was like, you'll still love me? You'll still love me. Now I was just like, it sounded like, she was about to accept him because, and I will always, was going to win her over. And she was just like, yeah, I don't think I'm there with you on that, because he won't talk to her. He keeps singing. You got to say things. So, and finally, Mr. Castronovo, who is her parents, Miss Rémy's parents' favorite. Like, they love him. They were like, this is the person that would completely fit in with our family dynamic. And every time that happens, it's not the one that they pick. And that's the case today. She let Mr. Castronovo go because she doesn't feel the butterflies with him. It's just, he was like, well, I guess I became too similar to her. That's it. So bye, Mr. Shanklin, and bye, Mr. Castronovo. And next week, it looks like there's archery. And I have to say, I think Bokikio is her sister's favorite, and I think Mr. Cones right now is Mr. Cones and Dr. Hatem are Rémy's favorite. My prediction is that Mr. Cones is going to make it very far, if not be the final suitor. So anyway, if you enjoyed watching my reaction to Courtship, or if you started watching and you're interested in following along with me, definitely subscribe to my channel and turn on all of the notifications so you can know when I post. Also, like this video, leave me a comment. What did you think about what happened this week? Who do you think is Miss Rémy's favorite? Who do you think are her parents' favorites? And who is your favorite? I mean, even if you don't watch the show, I think you have enough information. Let me know who your favorite person is. Until next time, bye!